Shout out to my mom and daddy, and shout out to Brandy. Shout out to Brandy for looking out for me. She paid my bills for me for the rest of the year. My sister paid my bills for the rest of the year. That's crazy.
Ray J went on a live stream and told the internet his heart is only beating at 25%. He said the right side of his heart is black like done and that 2027 is definitely a wrap for him. He's 45 years old. He's been in and out of hospitals since January, and he is publicly saying he doesn't think he's going to make it past next year. And while this man is dealing with a failing heart, he's also in the middle of an active lawsuit against Kim Kardashian. And Kris Jenner, his own sister, has stopped inviting him to family events. His estranged wife had him arrested on Thanksgiving, and the internet is accusing him of faking his entire health crisis for attention. His own mother had to get on Facebook Live just to beg people to believe that her son is actually dying. And honestly, when you lay out everything that's happening to Ray J right now all at the same time, you start to realize that this man is fighting on more fronts than any one person should have to, and almost nobody is in his corner. So let me break down everything because there's a lot more going on here than people think. Let's start with the health situation because that's the most urgent part, and it's also the part that people keep trying to discredit. In early January 2026, Ray J was hospitalized in Las Vegas. He went in thinking it was pneumonia and chest pain, something serious but treatable. But while he was there, doctors discovered an actual heart condition. And when Ray J came out and talked about it publicly, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He said his heart is functioning at 25%.
I want to thank everybody for praying for me. I was in the hospital. My heart's only beating like 25%, but as long as I stay focused and stay on the right path, then everything will be all right. So thank you for all your prayers.
He said the right side of it is essentially dead. He said he doesn't expect to see 2028. And listen, the way he delivered that information raw, unfiltered, on a live stream that's either a man who genuinely believes his time is running out and doesn't care about optics anymore, or it's the greatest performance of his entire career. And I think we all know which one is more likely. He showed up to a performance in Louisiana wearing a heart monitor on stage with what appeared to be blood running from his eyes. People immediately started debating whether the blood was real or a costume choice, because apparently we live in a world where a man can't even be sick without the internet running a forensic investigation on his symptoms. His manager, Melinda Santiago, had to come out publicly and confirm that the health issues are real, saying the bottom line is that Ray J has been in and out of the hospital dealing with health and heart issues, and that it's a fact. And then in early March, his mother, Sonia Norwood, got on Facebook Live, and you could hear the exhaustion in her, saying that it's gotten out of hand, that people think her son is faking it, that this is not a hoax, not fake, not him trying to get attention, and that he's trying to adjust to a condition that he has. She asked people to pray for him.
This is not fake. It's not a hoax. It's not him trying to get attention. It's not him making fun of any person with heart disease. It's not any of that. He's trying to adjust to a condition that he has.
And the fact that a mother has to go on social media and plead with strangers to believe that her child is sick tells you everything about how the internet has decided to treat Ray J. And I need to talk about why people are so quick to dismiss him because it connects directly to the Kardashian situation. Ray J has filed a countersuit against Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner, and he's seeking $1 million in damages. His claim is that back in 2023, all parties reached a $6 million settlement that included an agreement that nobody would publicly discuss the sex tape anymore. And according to Ray J, Kim and Kris violated that agreement. His lawyers put it in the court documents in the most direct way possible. They said Kim and Kris are suing him to feed their insatiable appetite for attention, to support their media and marketing enterprises, and to get retribution, because Ray J no longer wants to play along with what they called their tall tale. Now, Kim has denied everything under oath. She testified that Ray J's claims about her and her mother planning the tape's release to defraud the public are a lie. Both Kim and Kris reportedly testified that no settlement agreement prohibiting public discussion ever existed. So it's his word against theirs in court right now. And Ray J is also trying to get their defamation claims against him dismissed. And here's why this matters beyond just the legal drama. That sex tape was filmed in 2003 and released in 2007. It is the single event that launched Kim Kardashian into the stratosphere and built the foundation for a billion-dollar empire. Everything, the show, the brands, the marriages, the magazine covers, the social media dominance, all of it traces back to that tape. And Ray J has been saying for years that the release wasn't some leak or accident.
That was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. If you look from then till now, it's the worst thing that's ever been put on my name. It's the most disgusting, the most illegal, and the most distasteful when you have a daughter.
He's maintained consistently that it was strategic and planned by the Kardashian-Jenner family. And for years, the narrative was shaped in a way that made him the villain in that story. The guy who leaked the tape, the guy who wouldn't let it go, the guy who was clout chasing off Kim's name. But what if he's been telling the truth this whole time and nobody wanted to hear it because the Kardashian machine is too powerful to contradict? That's basically what his mother Sonia was saying when she posted on March 12th, backing her son publicly. She said she fully supports Ray J in his journey to bring the truth forward and that she has witnessed this journey for many years. She said however long it takes, whether it's a long journey or a difficult battle, they will stay on that path until the voices that have distorted the truth are publicly revealed. And then she said something that honestly hit different. She said, if that truth journey has to continue all the way to the doorstep of God's judgment, then so be it. That is not a woman defending a lie. That is a mother who has watched her son get dragged for 2 decades and has finally had enough. But here's where the story gets really heavy, because while all of this is happening, the lawsuit, the health crisis, the internet calling him a liar, Ray J's personal life is falling apart in ways that most people would not survive. On November 27th, 2025 Thanksgiving, Ray J was arrested during a live stream after allegedly pulling a gun on his estranged wife, Princess Love. They got married in August 2016 and have 2 kids together. Their daughter, Melody Love, born in May 2018, and their son, Epic Ray, born in January 2020. And the word estranged is doing a lot of heavy lifting here because Princess Love has filed for divorce at least 4 times over the years. 4 times. The most recent filing was February 2024, but they're still legally married and still co-parenting. So this is a relationship that has been breaking and reforming over and over for years. And the Thanksgiving arrest was just the most public and most explosive crack in something that's been fractured for a long time. And then there's Brandy. And honestly, this is the part of the story that hurts the most, because when everything else falls apart, when the lawsuits are piling up, when your health is failing, when your marriage is in shambles, family is supposed to be the thing that holds. And for Ray J, that foundation has been crumbling too. He went on Shannon Sharp's Club's Shay Shay podcast and talked openly about how he and Brandy have grown apart. He said she stopped inviting him to. He said something that I think reveals more pain than he probably intended. He said he loves his sister, but that he's an embarrassment to them. He described himself as a little more left field, a little more outrageous, louder, more dramatic, and a tad bit distasteful at times.
What's your relationship with Brandy? Like, are you guys like super close? It's not good.
I love my sister, but I'm an embarrassment to them.
And the way he said it wasn't with anger, it was with this resigned acceptance. Like he'd already internalized the idea that he's the problem. He said on the Drop the Low podcast with Evelyn Lozada that he thinks they're good and they'll be okay, but that there are certain things he feels the family should do together that Brandy and his cousin don't agree with. He also said that family criticism is the only thing that truly gets to him, that your family is the only people who can really hurt you. And he made a point about how when your mom, your sister, your cousins start questioning what you're doing, it's not fair because they don't understand the digital world he operates in. And yet, and this is the detail that keeps me up, despite all of that distance and all of that tension, when Ray J was at his lowest, Brandy stepped up. During a live stream, Ray J revealed that Brandy is paying his bills. He said she paid his bills for the rest of the year and called it crazy. And the reason that matters so much is because it tells you that underneath all the public fracturing and the embarrassment and the family events he's not invited to, there's still something there. Brandy, this Grammy-winning artist, this woman who played Cinderella, whose brand is the complete opposite of everything Ray J represents, publicly quietly wrote the checks to keep her little brother's life afloat while he's sick. She didn't post about it. She didn't make it a moment. Ray J is the one who told the world. And I think that says more about where their relationship actually stands than any podcast interview could. His son Epic still calls Brandy every day on FaceTime. The connection isn't severed, it's just complicated in the way that only family can be complicated. So when you zoom out and look at everything happening to Ray J right now, a heart that's failing, a lawsuit against one of the most powerful families in entertainment, an arrest on Thanksgiving, a marriage that's been filed for divorce 4 times, a sister who loves him enough to pay his bills, but not enough to invite him to dinner, and an internet that has decided he's a liar, a clown, and a clout chaser. You start to understand why his mother got on that live stream with that energy. Because everybody has an opinion about Ray J, but almost nobody is asking whether this man is okay. He told the world he's dying, and the first response was to call him a fraud. And whether the Kardashian lawsuit vindicates him or not, whether his health stabilizes or doesn't, the fact remains that Ray J is fighting for his credibility, his family, and his life all at the same time. And doing almost all of it alone.